What's up guys, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 PTS video. Today's video is going to be all about skill damage. This update is very skill oriented. We've got a lot of items that buff our skill damage, like the capacitor weapon, which I made a review. If you guys want to have a look at that, link will be in the description and at the end of the video. I made a build, I try to make a build that can give us the most amount of damage we possibly can get. I've made a turret build, a skill damage build. You can use any kind of skills. You can hit 500k a shot with the oxidizer. You can hit 417k a bullet with your turret without teammates. So this is just going to be a showcase of probably the best build to get the most amount of skill damage currently in the PTS. Now this is subject to change at any time, so just keep that in mind. I will go through a build with a new gear set as well. I'm going to be using the brand set in this because the new brand set, Empress International, is really good, the 3-piece, and I'm going to showcase that now in a second. But I will also showcase a new gear set and why it, the chest piece, the 50% damage from the chest piece is incremental. It's not multiplicative. So we're going to go through all of that. So the first thing we're going to look at, I have to stand over here because of the, it's bugged inside that you can't actually change your build. Okay, so this is going to be the best way to get the most amount of damage. I know you're probably wondering why. This is a bit tricky, okay? Because 3-piece hardwired, for some reason, only does 2,000 a bullet less damage than this build. And the reason I think is because the skill damage is multiplied by glass cannon, but the skill efficiency for some reason might not be getting multiplied by glass cannon. I don't know why, because technically it's 5% more damage, and I'm not really sure if that equates to 5% damage. I'm not, I don't want to delve too much into the maths, but this does give you the most amount of damage out of any build currently in the PTS. This is how you get it. So let's go through the explanations, and you'll probably just see some gameplay in the background. I can get with the Artificer Hive, which buffs the turret. It gives you upwards of 400k damage with overcharge. So normally you just hit in the mid 300,000s, which is very good in and of itself. But I just wanted to showcase exactly how you reach those big numbers. Oxidizer, any kind of skills, Hive, you can absolutely destroy in PvP and PVE. So we're going to work. I'm going to work on this. These things are going to change, guys. I might find something new, like the 3-piece hardwired I thought was the most amount of damage, and to be honest, it's very close. But skill efficiency is going to be better, and skill health. This is better suited towards a skill build. Your turret lasts longer, the damage is going to be higher, and because this Empress International is a very good gear set, and you have 2 attributes, which means you can go for headshot damage, which does equate to your turret. The more headshot damage, the more damage you get with your turret. So I believe in a group I should be able to hit about 480, 490k a bullet, but no one's playing the PTS because a lot of people don't like the fact that it's only skills. So we'll have to check. I'll do a bit more testing. So this capacitor gives us 50% extra skill damage. That's how we are able to reach those high numbers. You stack it up. It's on the right to your weapon. As you can see, when you saw the footage, you guys know this. I made a video all about this. So this gun gives us 50% damage. Then with the gear set, the scalpel is the new sniper, which gives us future perfect. It's nothing new. We get overcharged with that. So what I've gone for is the 3-piece Empress International. 10 skill health, skill damage, and skill efficiency. Skill efficiency is everything. It's haste, duration, all of that. Skill damage as well. So that's going to give us 20% skill damage as opposed to the hardwired, which is only 15%. So this is going to give us slightly more damage. You can use hardwired. To be honest, the difference is very small, but this is obviously better because of the utility as we spoke about earlier. Then we've got the 1-piece Wyvernware, obviously for skill damage. With skill damage and status effect, skill haste would preferably be better for a build like this. But glass cannon, now you're probably wondering why don't I use the new gear set chest piece. This is amplified, which is multiplicative, and the new gear set gives you 50% if you use it, but it's incremental. It's not, it's just additive. It still doesn't equate, and glass cannon still does way more damage. I don't know if the chest piece is bugged, but I do get the increments. So I don't know, guys, it's strange, but this is still going to be a good build to use. I will showcase this after this showcase. I made a rigger build so we can go through that new gear set, because glass cannon is situational, and a lot of players don't like using it because you take a lot more damage. So there's pros and cons to these builds. This isn't the best skill damage build in a way. It's just how to get the most amount of damage, because there's more beneficial ways, more utility ways to run this build. Then we got the Honeydew bag. So this, unfortunately, we can't get a one piece again that gives us skill damage, but this is going to have skill damage on it, and we are getting the highest amount of damage from a backpack talent, which is the same as the memento fully stacked, so it's a must have. So we get 30% skill damage while we're shooting our weapon, which is good because the capacitor, we're going to be always shooting. This gives us the most amount of damage. Second is 25% normal combined arms and perfect tech support. So this is very, very good. Make sure you utilize this. And on the holster, the new waveform holster, which is very, very good. Now, what happens is that symbol you guys see next to it, the arrow point to the right for your right hand skill, the arrow point to the left, and the stacking on the right skill, stacking on the left skill, it keeps alternating up to 30% skill damage. After 10 seconds, the stacks transfer to your other skill, and it keeps going, it keeps going. That's why I don't recommend using an Artificer Hive with a build with this holster. You should use 2 skills, a drone and a turret. I think that's the best way to do it. So this is pretty much the highest, the most amount of damage. We can have a look at the stats. I'm hitting about 136k, but as you saw from the footage, we can do a lot of damage, like 370 without overcharge, 417k a bullet, which is absolutely insane. Like I said before, glass cannon, it's unfortunate that the incremental chest piece from the new gear set isn't as good as what it is, but let's have a look at it. So I have made a build for you guys so we can go through the new skill build. So this build is a showcase of what I would use if I wanted to use the new gear set. I've tried many combinations. There might still be ways you could potentially get higher damage, but from what I've tested, this is the highest amount of damage you can get, and it still doesn't compete with the previous one. You can only reach like the high 300s, like 380, 390k, but we're gonna you're gonna be seeing some gameplay with that, with overcharge as well. But this gear set is really, really nice. Let's take a look at it. So we've got rigor, so 15% skill haste for the 2-piece, 3-piece is 15% skill duration, tendon befriend, interacting with your deployed skills grants skill 25% skill damage, but it's going to be 50% with the chest piece. For 10 seconds, this buff cannot be refreshed. So there will be a little icon. It's like a ball that's moving to the right and to the left, similar to the holster. So if it's moving to the right, that means your right skill's got the buff. And then when it goes away, you cannot keep refreshing it. When it goes away, you have to use one of these 3 rules. So deploying the skill, using it, changing the target, so like retargeting with your drone or turret, or healing the skill, and then it refreshes it and you get the damage again. You have to pay attention. It is a bit tricky to use this. That's why I'm saying it's easier to use it with 2 skills. You just got to keep targeting. That's why like the sniper turret's really good, because it automatically refreshes it. And we've rolled skill damage on all of it as well, obviously. So this is a very, very good set. I mean, it's great. The chest piece is not as much damage as what you would think. It's very good damage, especially the fact that we don't have glass cannon. I wish it would be a bit more, but it's still viable because, like I said before, you don't take a lot of damage towards yourself. So it could potentially be the best skill damage build for a lot of players. But yeah, we've got the holster, and then for the 1-piece, we have to go for Wyvern because this gives us more than perfect combined arms. This is going to be 10% skill damage plus the 25%, which is good. It's going to be 35% instead of 30, because we're not going to count the attribute because I don't actually have it on here, but it will give you more damage than perfect combined arms, and you don't have to shoot the NPCs. You just let your skills do everything and you get the kills. So I do enjoy this gear set. This could potentially be the better version, but like I said before, the one previous is the best and most efficient way to get skill damage. Currently, you could maybe put more headshot damage with the previous gear set as well. That would count because the turrets do target, that does armor damage, and they also shoot towards the head a lot of the time. So yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for the skill builds in this game? The damage builds are really, really fun, are really, really strong at the moment. Could potentially be the meta in the game. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.